I noticed you say RUTO, not President RUTO.
No, he's
Why?
not my president.
He is the president of Kenya.
He's not my president. At least I have the freedom to say so.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, in our previous analysis, we went through the interview that was conducted by Chemutai Goin, the interview on Raila Amolo Odinga. And it was a reaction to the interview that was conducted on William Samoei Ruto with a joint media team. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, you understand that KARUA has also reacted to what William Samoei Ruto said in his interview. Now, if you are following what KARUA said, and the interview was conducted by none other than GITUKU. You know, GITUKU has been one of the most talked about interviewers lately from Citizen TV, especially after the way he conducted the interview on William Samoei Ruto. You remember the analysis we did here. So now in this analysis, we'd like to echo what KARUA has said in reacting to some of the questions which GITUKU asked her. And one of the things that I noticed in this interview is that the things that KARUA was saying were almost similar to what Raila Amolo Odinga said. Raila talked about the trips not bearing any fruit, the international trips. Also, KARUA echoed the same sentiments and said that those trips which William Ruto made will not bear any fruit and has not bore any fruit. Mind you, there is a part whereby I read a story regarding Mwai Kibaki's trips within 10 years. They were around 30-something. But if you look at William Ruto's trips within 1 year, they are at 40 trips plus, you know. So the difference between Kibaki's trips and William Ruto's trips are around 13 trips. That is the difference. Now, the difference in time frame again will shock you, because the trips that Mwai Kibaki made within 10 years or around 30 something trips, but within 1 year William Ruto has made 40 something trips. So that is a very, very huge distinction, and that explains why KARUA had to make certain sentiments bordering around the fact that these trips were a waste of time. So before we get deeper into that analysis, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome you back to this analysis, and also to encourage you to please continue supporting this channel by subscribing. For those who have not subscribed, please just subscribe. That is the only support I request from you, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget to always like our videos, because when you do that, YouTube gets to share our content to other people who are not part of the family. So for those who've supported us, I want to say that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without that support, this channel cannot grow. So let's head over to this interview on KARUA. So just listen to this video.
Hakuna kitu naweza kusema kimekuwa cha kufana katika hii Kenya yetu mwaka huu. Na changamoto kubwa ni masuala ya gharama ya maisha. Kila Mkenya anaumia. Walio wengi wanaumia. Iko wale hata hawajui chakula ya leo itatoka wapi. Wazazi wengi hawajui Januari vipi watarudisha watoto shule.
Na baadhi ya hizo changamoto, hasa kuhusu gharama ya maisha, zimetokana na hali ya taifa. Gharama ya madeni imekuwa nyingi sana.
Kulipa ushuru ni kawaida, lakini kuleta ushuru juu ya ushuru mpaka unawacha watu bila chakula, hiyo si ungwana na si uongozi bora. Waziwe wanavunja pesa za umma kwa mambo ambayo hayana maana, kama ziara za ng'ambo kila wakati, kama ziara humu nchini za maombi. Uombe mahali ulioko.
Japo serikali imesema kwamba hali hii ilitokana na ghasia ambazo ziliibuliwa na waandamanaji.
Ghasia zililetwa na polisi, na tunajua hiyo ndio ukweli. na kila Mkenya anajua. Maandamano ile polisi hawakuleta tear gas, hawakuja kupiga watu, haikuwa na fujo yoyote.
Na baada ya kipindi hicho kukawa na mazungumzo ambayo yametoa ripoti inaitwa National Dialogue Committee report. Tayari chama cha Kenya kimesema kwamba hatukubaliani nayo yote.
Kama wako na roho ya kufanyia Wakenya kazi, ziko njia nyingi za kutatua hii mambo ya gharama ya maisha. Na moja ni kurudisha ushuru au VAT ya mafuta petroli irudi kwa 8%. Ya pili ni kuondoa hii ushuru wa nyumba, housing levy, ambayo inaitishwa kila Mkenya, ambayo iko juu sana.
Tuzungumzie kuhusu uongozi katika chama cha Azimio. Tunajua hapo awali kulikuwa na baraza ama council. Kwa sasa uongozi unachukua nguzo gani?
Hebu niseme tumekuwa tukikutana kama principals. Na tumekuwa busy sana tukijadiliana na wananchi na mambo ile imetokea kwa hiyo mikakati. Na najua council iliitwa mkutano siku moja na sikuweza kwenda. Kwa hivyo mikutano mingi tumekutana kama principals. Hiyo si kusema hiyo council au barasa.
Very well. You see, when the Nadco report was unleashed, because soon after Kalonzo and the team of Kimani Ichung'wah concluded that Nadco report and handed it over to Raila and RUTO, there was some kind of tension, especially from Azimio. And then Martha Karua voiced her opinion. In fact, she voiced her objection of some of the clauses within the Nadco report. But you remember that that time, Raila had given it a nod, but had some reservations because Raila said this is an incomplete document, lakini hata hivyo kuna some things that are worth consideration. So Raila, despite the fact that he endorsed it, but he said that this is work in progress. And that explains why recently, if you've been very keen on Raila Amolo Odinga's statements, he said that kutakuwa na maandamano, that is beginning next year. Now, if you go back to the time when this Nadco report was being unleashed to the people, Raila said that they will enact other measures of pushing the government to lower the high cost of living. So I can comfortably say that this plan by Azimio to have demonstrations beginning next year, I think that is part of the elaborate plan to contain this issue of high cost of living, or to propel the government into addressing this issue of high cost of living. So Martha Karua's objection to the Nadco report back then was because she felt that the high cost of living had not been addressed in that Nadco report. She also felt that the way the audit of server was going to be done was not the way Azimio had wanted it to be done. But Raila's point was that afadhali kidogo kuliko kukosa kabisa, because this government, the way it's operating, ni kama hakuna kitu watakubali hata ufanye nini. So Raila decided to, okay fine, let's just agree to this issues kidogo kidogo, but issue of high cost of living, we will address it on another platform. So I think if you are very careful or keen on what Martha Karua was saying, she was trying to support what Raila said in the previous interview. An interview we shared in our previous video. So she was merely trying to support those sentiments. Because if you listened to the video I shared, then you realize that everything that Martha Karua said hapo are in agreement with what Raila Amolo Odinga said in the interview jana with Chemutai going. But also, if you look at the way Sam Gituku was handling this whole thing, then utapata kwamba Sam Gituku also was giving Martha Karua to probably provide some explanation, because the way William Ruto was approaching the questions which were being channeled to him, ilikuwa ni a bit different, because some of the questions which were being channeled, he was challenging. But you see, Martha Karua and Raila Amolo Odinga have been answering these questions vilivyo venye vinafaa iulizwe, because there's this issue of beef between Azimio leaders. Martha Karua said hakuna kutoelewana kokote. It is just that people have freedom to have their own opinion as constituted by this constitution of the Republic of Kenya. So ile interview mimi kivyangu, ukiniuliza kulingana vile Martha Karua ameongea, mimi naona kwamba Azimio wako intact. Forget the naysayers, people like some of those bloggers in UDA bloggers, some of them they say that Azimio inasambaratika. You know, there was a time in fact, this video I shared about Farouk Kibet and Ayub Savula, and Ayub Savula was saying ati Azimio inasambaratika, and in that video whereby Farouk decided to tell Ayub Savula kwamba problem yako kubwa ni kwamba hauna msimamo, you know, akaambiwa kwamba kama unakaa kwa Azimio, kaa kwa Azimio, kama utakaa kwenye Kenya Kwanza, kaa kwa Kenya Kwanza. That was an advice which was given to Ayub Savula by Farouk Kibet. So Ayub Savula wakati huo alisema kwamba kuna mtofaruku kwa Azimio. But what Martha Karua said and what Raila Amolo Odinga said yesterday, if you are very keen and if you listen to the words, utapata kwamba hakuna kutoelewana. Hakuna kabisa. Wale watu wanaelewana kabisa. Ndio maana unapata kwamba yale majibu ambayo Raila alitoa jana, haya majibu ambayo Martha Karua ametoa leo, yote yako pamoja. You know? And Martha Karua seems to be saying that it is okay to maandamano. Remember, Martha Karua is the first person who called for maandamano. But Raila did not want to give that maandamano an okay. But this time amesema kwamba itawalazimu kuandamana. Yaani Azimio watalazimika kuandamana ili kusukuma serikali ipunguze gharama ya mafuta, gharama ya maisha, yani gharama, the high cost of living. Itawalazimu waandamane. That is what Martha Karua said, and that is what Raila Amolo Odinga also said. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this statement from Martha Karua? Naona Martha Karua amesema point pale, ama unaonaje? Just take a moment and give us your take regarding that point from Martha Karua. Now, perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please just take 1 second and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like this video, because that is the only way YouTube gets to share it to other people who are not part of our family. Now, to those who supported us before, I want to say here that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without that support, this channel cannot grow. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.